Welcome back to another Jay's Collect video, and today we have made it to my final Marvel Legends Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings video, besides ranking. But yeah, with that, let's take a look at Death Dealer's package. Taking a look at the package, we gotta look at Death Dealer, which is a very interesting title for a character there. Anyway, we gotta look at him inside the package right there. Got the Legends logo on top. Gotta look at the Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings logo down there. Taking a look at this side, you gotta look at Death Dealer right there. Taking a look at the back, we got another shot along with the bio and then everyone in the wave, MCU and comic. We gotta look at this side with another shot, and we are back at the front of the package. So without further ado, let's take a look to see how he's packaged within the plastic tray. And here's what he looks like in the tray. We got his accessories up here, and we got the comic book, I guess, Build-A-Figure piece down here. He's just an arm, and we got Death Dealer in the middle. So without further ado, let's take a look at those accessories. So starting off for accessories, we have a black hand, and it's holding a knife. Has a little silver on the tip of the knife, and then a little red for the handlebar of that knife. And you cannot take the knife out. It's already in there. It's like he's about to throw it. And speaking of throwing knives, we have this extra hand here, which I was very confused at first what it was. But we get this extra hand. Again, it's the black hand. Hope you can see it right there. And then it has some translucent pieces right here because we have two other knives being thrown. Kind of reminds me of Gambit's throwing cards. Again, these are knives, but not cards, but that's what it reminds me of. And then we have some silver, grayish paint for the blades, and some red paint for the handlebars. So that's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know what else he could have came with. I'm sure he maybe had something else, but let me know in the comments below. But you get those knives. Maybe it would have been nice to get one hand where you can actually take the knife out and put it in if you want. But that's what we get when it comes to the accessories. Now let's take a look at Death Dealer. Taking a look at Death Dealer, we got this really cool mask design on his head here. So you have this royal blue hood that covers up his mouth and goes on the side right here. You also got a black ponytail. But going back to the mask portion here, you got a white mask with some black eyes and some red and black lines to go throughout. So that's pretty cool. And then taking a look at the body here, he has this royal blue robe and has some gold trimming on the edge of it, except when I move this arm, see if I can find it. Whenever I move this arm up, there's no gold trim on this portion of the robe, but it does continue back on the back of it, and then it does go up this side of it. So you do have that, and there's a little bit of the gold trim on the neck there, so that's pretty cool. And taking a look at the arms here, you got some royal blue once again for the arms. You got this red rope that goes around it. You got this piece right here on the very end of the arm that moves into the hand, this silver grayish piece right here. And then you have black hands, and then it's going to be the same for this arm right here, so we pull it out. Again, you got the royal blue for the sleeve, and then this red rope, and then this grayish silver piece right here, and then again the black hands. So pretty cool. And then moving down for the legs here, you got some royal blue for the legs. You got the silver knee pad. That reminds me of the Clone Troopers because when you bend the knee pad does not go with it, so that's just something to note. And then you have some black for the boots and some red on the thigh, or not the thighs, but the calves there. You also got it on this side, so yeah. And taking a look at the back, I just realized I forgot to show y'all, is you have this belt that has some silver detailing on the front. But then on the back here, you have this black belt with the knives back on it, just I guess sheathed away, and you have some red for the handlebars and some silver for the blades like we saw earlier. So yeah, that's a look at Death Dealer. Let's now take a look at articulation. Taking a look at articulation, you can turn the head around 360 degrees like so. He can look down that far and then look up that far, so just a little bit. And he does go side to side, so good range of motion there. You can turn the arm around 360 degrees, pull the arm out like so, bend at the elbow, twist at the hand, and then he does have some wrist articulation. It should be the same for this arm, so turn 360 degrees, pull the arm out like so, bend at the elbow, and then he has some wrist and hand articulation, so that's nice. And then for this arm, or not arm, but for the waist, he does turn at the waist. I was about to say maybe he doesn't, but he does turn. And he doesn't really have any ab crunch, I guess because of this robe piece here, so that's something to note. And then for the legs here, you can kick up this far with this leg, bend the knee like so, bend the foot, bend it that far up, and then does go side to side, it feels like. And then this one, you can kick it up, because I guess that rope piece is that soft plastic, so you're able to kick it up that far, bend at the knee, and then bend at the foot, and then bend that far up, and then go side to side a little bit. And then he's able to do splits like so. So yeah, that's a look at Death Dealer's articulation. Let me get in a pose and we'll take a look at my final thoughts. Well, there you go. That's my review of Death Dealer from Marvel Legends Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. Overall, I'm actually a little bit more impressed than I thought I was going to be with this figure. I think it's going to make up a bit higher on the ranking, which we'll take a look at in the next video, so stay tuned. With that, I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Keep an eye out for other videos coming to the channel here soon. So with that, take care.